How to have the perfect interview. Imagine this. 75% of hiring managers decide on a candidate within the first 5 minutes of an interview. That's right. Before you've even had a chance to dive into your skills and experiences, most interviewers have already made a gut call on whether you're a good fit. But here's the good news. With the right preparation, you can make those crucial first moments count and leave a powerful, lasting impression. Stay watching Unschooled Genius for the next 5 minutes or so to uncover answers and solutions to your most common questions about vital interview techniques. Make a great first impression. The first few moments of your interview can set the tone for everything that follows. Studies show that people form first impressions in as little as 7 seconds. Make sure you're putting your best foot forward by dressing professionally and arriving on time. When you meet your interviewer, make eye contact, smile, and offer a firm handshake. A simple "thank you for this opportunity" can show your enthusiasm and respect. Avoid common mistakes. Some interview mistakes are easy to avoid, but can quickly derail a conversation. Common errors include talking negatively about past employers, interrupting the interviewer, and failing to prepare thoughtful questions. Instead, focus on keeping a positive tone, even if you didn't love your last job, and listen carefully. When it's your turn, asking questions like, "What qualities do you look for in successful team members here?" shows interest and maturity. Stand out from the crowd. When you're up against other qualified candidates, standing out is all about showing your unique value. Think about the skills or experiences that set you apart, then emphasize how they fit the job requirements. Use specific examples to make your experiences memorable. For instance, if you're applying for a customer service role, mention a time you helped solve a challenging problem for a customer and how it led to positive results. Manage and reduce interview anxiety. Feeling nervous is normal, but managing that anxiety is key to your success. Practice can make a huge difference. Run through common questions with a friend or family member, or even record yourself to evaluate your responses. Deep breathing exercises can also help you calm your nerves before walking in. Remind yourself that the interview is a two-way conversation. You're also assessing if the company is right for you. Research the company. Nothing impresses interviewers more than a candidate who's done their homework. Research the company's mission, recent projects, and values. Websites like LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and the company's official website can be treasure troves of information. If you're interviewing with a tech company, for example, it's helpful to know about any recent product launches or industry innovations they're part of. When you show you're knowledgeable about the company, you demonstrate genuine interest and initiative. Answering "Tell me about yourself" effectively. Tell me about yourself is often the first question in an interview, and it sets the stage for the rest of the conversation. Start with a brief overview of your background. Highlight your education, key skills, and relevant work experience. Then, connect this background to the job you're applying for. End with a note on why you're excited about this opportunity. For example, you might say, "I have over 5 years of experience in digital marketing, with a focus on social media strategy and content creation. I'm passionate about connecting brands with their audience, which is why I'm excited about this position at your company." Handling tricky questions like, "What's your biggest weakness?" When asked about weaknesses, avoid generic or overly negative answers. Instead, pick a genuine area you're working on and describe what you're doing to improve. For example, you might say, "I've noticed that I can be a bit of a perfectionist, which sometimes slows me down. I've been working on setting clearer priorities and finding a balance between quality and efficiency. This shows self-awareness and a willingness to improve." Handling a question you don't know. If you get a question you don't know the answer to, it's best to stay calm and honest. Instead of guessing, consider saying, "That's a great question. I'd need to do a bit more research to give you a complete answer." Alternatively, offer a related answer by saying, "While I don't know the exact answer, I'd approach it by..." This shows that you're willing to be transparent and can think critically under pressure. Discussing past experiences positively. If you left a job on bad terms or faced challenges, focus on what you learned rather than what went wrong. For example, you could say, "I learned the importance of communication and team support." Keep the tone positive and emphasize the growth that came from the experience rather than the negative aspects. Answering salary expectation questions. When asked about salary expectations, it's okay to give a range based on research from credible sites like Glassdoor or PayScale. You might say, "Based on my research and the responsibilities of the role, I'm looking for something in the range of X dollars to Y dollars." If you're unsure, you can always politely ask, "Could you share the range you've budgeted for this role?" Handling gaps in employment. Gaps in employment are more common than ever, especially since the pandemic, and interviewers are usually understanding if you address them honestly. Emphasize any skills you gained during that time, such as learning a new skill, taking care of family, or volunteering. This approach shows resilience and adaptability, both qualities employers value. Asking questions to the interviewer. Asking insightful questions at the end of an interview demonstrates your interest and helps you evaluate whether the company is a good fit. Here are a few ideas. What does success look like in this role? What are some of the team's biggest goals for the coming year? How would you describe the company culture? What growth opportunities are available for this position? These questions give you a better understanding of the role, team dynamics, and potential for advancement. Following up after the interview. A thoughtful follow-up can reinforce your interest and help you stand out. Within 24 hours of the interview, send a thank you email to each person you met. Mention something specific from the conversation, such as, "I appreciated discussing your team's goals for the upcoming year." A thank you note is a simple but effective way to leave a lasting impression. Approaching interviews with preparation and confidence makes a world of difference. Remember that the interview process is about more than just getting the job. It's about finding the right fit for you and the employer. By showing genuine interest, staying positive, and sharing what makes you unique, you'll walk out of each interview knowing you gave it your best shot. Let me know which tips work for you, or if you have any that I didn't mention in the comments below. Don't forget to share your love and appreciation by liking, commenting, and subscribing. For many more topics on self-improvement, life hacks, and psychology, watch my other videos on Unschooled Genius. And remember, don't just watch the video. Take action. Become 1% better every day.